Fun time in the movies. Naked Gun. Comedies. Remember those?
Comedy is back, baby.
Comedy is back.
Yeah,
that has been the whole like narrative around that movie. Like comedy, this is it, where they're making comedy films again, where you could just laugh and be silly.
You know, so for our listeners, The Naked Gun is a bit of a reboot of sorts. You know the history, right?
Yeah.
I don't know the history.
Oh,
it's a reboot?
Yeah, it's a reboot. There was like 3 movies with Leslie Nielsen in the 80s and 90s. And they're like a spoof of like hard-boiled detective movies. And it's the Zucker brothers who did like Airplane and all those kind of like super silly gag a minute, kind of. And
so the new version of Naked Gun stars Liam Neeson and Pamela Anderson, and is directed by...
No, they would be like, Gen Z's not going to see this. They didn't even throw in like a Margaret Qualley, a Sydney Sweeney. They were like, no, we don't need... This is purely for millennials and Gen X and nostalgia. That's who might even go to see this movie.
Akiva Schaffer directed it from The Lonely Island. Again, not for the Gen Zs.
Not for the Gen Zs. There was an extended sequence like this is very Lonely Island. The snowman sequence.
I love that.
Yeah.
Dude,
that felt like that was like a sketch.
Top to bottom, this movie, so fucking funny.
Super funny.
The jokes per minute, insane.
Yeah. And there were so many that even if some of them didn't hit, you're still like, who cares? Like, there's another one coming. It like quite literally does not take itself seriously in any capacity.
This affected me more than you. Like, I feel like I've kind of strayed away from the path of comedy a bit.
Yeah.
Where I honestly forgot that comedies can be funny, Dan.
You're saying the bear? You're saying the FX show The Bear is not Hacks?
Like for
don't make you bust a gut?
I can hold myself accountable. I forgot that comedies didn't always have to be about the trauma of your brother committing suicide.
No way.
Yeah.
Really?
I don't know. I just thought that's what could
comedy
be
the different was. What could be the lesson learned? You know, what's the takeaway? How do we learn and how do we understand about what friendship and relationships are really about?
Yeah, I used to ascribe to those beliefs, but leaving the theater after having seen The Naked Gun, I was like, I guess it's just to laugh.
Yeah, because I have been pitching some comedy movies.
It could kind of be silly just for silliness sake.
Yeah, because I have been pitching some comedy movies, and they always say like, well, where is the sexual assault in this in this comedy? Like,
well, honestly, this is
there's zero to no ethnic cleansing in your farce.
Stop.
So maybe consider that. Maybe some generational trauma. Bring that into the fold.
Well, this is a good sign for you because Hollywood has no originality. So off the success of The Naked Gun, they're going to be like,
by the way,
we need more hard R comedy.
By the way, this is originality is rebooting in 80s, 90s. That's why like the whole conversation around this was like comedy movies are back. People are ready to laugh. Like if this does well, they'll make more. How come they don't make it like the early 2000s? You know, and we've talked about this, how Ben Stiller, Todd Phillips, Adam McKay, all these like 2000 comedy icons are now all doing dramas, right?
Yeah.
And they've abandoned it. So like, oh, this is back. But to me, it feels...
That is so true. I'm like, oh yeah, there was Succession. And then if we dial that up even further, we have the austere Severance from the brilliant mind of Ben Stiller.
Yeah, and Todd Phillips is doing the Joker movies. And he did Hangover and Old School. Like, they're like almost embarrassed to be... I saw George Clooney talking about Adam Sandler in this new Noah Baumbach movie, and he's like, you guys have to take him seriously. He's not just like a silly clown. He's like a really sensitive actor.
But he did that in Punch Drunk Love.
Yeah, and in Uncut Gems. But also like, what the fuck is wrong with being like a silly That's actually way harder. There are way fewer people who can be an amazing clown and make you laugh than there are who can play, a sensitive person in a drama. We have a million. That's all we're given. And there's who is like the comedy star of today that's like Sandler or Jack Black or whatever, Jim Carrey. Like that doesn't exist.
I think Timothée Chalamet.
Yeah.
Just based on his off-camera personality. He kind of carries himself with that.
He's not a comedic actor though.
I think he could do it. He's so great on SNL.
Just
the way he carries him.
I saw him, dude. He was so bad in Wonka. He did not. It was so theater kid.
You're the only person who has seen Wonka theater.
It's a plain movie, but like everyone's so like everyone in comedy, I think, is so desperate for the Naked Gun to create this resurgence. To me, it feels like when you sleep with your ex, 2 years later, and you're like, it still feels good, but you both know actually it's definitely over. Like it's the sign like, oh yeah, this doesn't feel right. Because it's just not where it's not where comedy is. Comedy is like Veronica is cool.
Yeah.
And it's like we have no more comedy movies, but we actually have more comedy than ever in terms of stand-up and podcasts and TikTok and memes. And like when I'm with my nephews, like what we laugh about and what I can reference and what they reference to each other is like fucking Skibbity Toilet and memes and Bonnie Blue and that's what whatever Anchorman was for us, or Zoolander, quoting Zoolander, is just memes now. And so like no matter what even if they, and it's sad to me because this is what my fucking dream is. So I'm admitting that my dream is over.
Entertaining?
No.
Getting real serious about comedy.
But listen, okay, here are the trailers.
You should deliver it like Jeremy Strong. Yeah, it's just there's something about the form and the intuition of making people laugh that I find much more challenging than just doing a straight dramaturgical dramaturgical interpretation.
The gesture figure, that was actually quite subversive in the medieval time. I mean, he could really get killed. So there's a political weight to the gestural figure, and throughout medieval times and through Dante and the Canterbury Tales.
I'm sorry for taking us down this tangent. Okay,
here were the trailers.
Before you get into the trailers, though, we just got to give a quick shout out to Liam Neeson. Amazing.
He's
incredible,
so good.
He's so good.
Yeah.
Incredible comedic chops.
Well, I was listening to Seth MacFarlane talk about like the thing he pushed for was to have straight actors in it, so that it feels.
So Jeremy Strong would be good.
I think he would be good.
Yeah, because he just plays it so straight.
You needed someone to play like insanely straight.
Yeah,
and and when he's delivering like the most insane lines about Fergie. You're like, all right. And Pamela Anderson was great.
Apple Diop.
Yeah, Apple Diop.
Apple Diop. Sorry. Okay. So what were the trailers?
So this I was like, okay, I'm excited. We're going to see another. You're going to see an R-rated comedy. Let's fuck. It's.
Where did you see this? You
said I saw it at the 68th Street. AMC? It was packed. Yeah, AMC.
Which, by the way, I'm boycotting AMC because they need to get in with the times. Where every other fucking movie, when they say it starts at a time, 5 minutes of trailers, bada bing, bada boom. AMC.
No, you're
show through 45 minutes of goddamn.
You show up 30 minutes later. You see Nicole, do her little thing. Okay, here were and this is nominally a comedy movie, so I'm like, oh, comedies are back. Let's see. The trailers were Freaky Friday 2.
Okay.
Comedy.
Yeah.
Remake.
Yeah.
Reboot. Spinal Tap 2.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Another sequel. We're just running on the fumes of past generations and their cultural capital. And then the other two trailers were for they're putting back into theaters The 40-Year-Old Virgin for its 20th anniversary.
Ooh, really?
Yeah, see, you got excited. And then Trainwreck for the 10th anniversary. They didn't even have enough comedy movies. So two of the comedy movies are just reboots of classic comedies, and then the two others are literally just putting back at theaters. And this is like the same on Netflix. Like The Office and Seinfeld, those are like the most popular, and Friends, those are the most popular things that people love to watch, right? But we're not making anything now that people in 20 years will want to watch, and we're just
that is so funny.
We're giving them again and again. Is it a coincidence? Colbert is over, Mark Maron's over. I think like it's all happening at the same time. It's never been more clear that it's fucking over for comedy.
Not us. Not on our comedy podcast called Middlebrow.
Our hilarious comedy podcast.
So when I was at my screening of The Naked Gun, there was this was the most blatant. Let me find the words for it. Okay, so let me just put it this way, Dan. I think you have a phone addiction problem when you're sitting through And this wasn't me. This was the person in front of me. Naked Gun, also, another reason to love it. Hour 20. They don't make movies
Perfect.
like that anymore.
They don't make.
Hour 20.
Martin Scorsese takes some notes.
80 minutes. In and out. Love it.
Yeah, even
Perfect.
with the 45 minutes of trailers, under 2 hours.
I had to piss. I had to take a piss. I had to piss
You
a little
waited?
bit as soon as I waited.
You waited.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hour 20. Done. So this guy in front of me had his phone. I think you have a phone addiction when you're going through Strava to find your fucking get that hit of dopamine notification.
Yeah.
He wasn't even texting anyone
During the movie?
During the movie, he was just in his notification center scrolling about, and he was on Strava. And I'm like, bro, you don't need to see what Cooper's new mile time was at Prospect Park. Like, what is going on?
I think we should do the Yonder pouches at movie theaters now.
What
do you think? We do it at plays now. We do it at concerts. I think like Gen Z got COVID brain. They have no concept of how to actually be in a movie theater and not look at their phones, not record the screen. Insane antisocial behavior. Put it away, kids.
I'm kind of torn. I feel ambivalent. Like, yes,
Why? 'Cause
I get it.
You want to like scroll on Twitter
But sometimes, but again, when you go on Twitter and then you have those those iPhone videos of a black person just doing really hilarious color commentary of what's going on in a film, that really hits, Dan.
But why not? You could be living in the moment. you could be joining in.
I know.
Not just filming it. You could be present as someone is destroying your film going experience.
Don't make me do an accent.
I think you should. I think you should do an accent.
Yeah. Or like if when Minecraft was going on, we wouldn't see all of these teenage boys committing vandalism and movie
you should have
across the country.
screenings. Didn't the AMC guy want to have screenings for phones? Wasn't that something he floated? There'd be specific like text like screenings where they allow like I think they do have for babies. They have like baby screenings for parents in the middle of the day to go with their babies and they can like scream and piss their pants.
Right.
And so the AMC person CEO also talked about doing that with like phones.
Oh my god!
Which maybe honestly that's good. Like get it out. It's like you're in the special ed for movies. Like you can't do movies properly like the rest of us. Here you go in your little ghetto.
Okay, that was Middlebrow.